Hi, Pumpkin. How are you? The whole world is gonna watch you again, my dear. Hi, everyone. We're trying to find a good spot to see our little lady. Let's try this. Okay, so we're back with Little Miss Lady, Little Miss Curiosity. How are you, sweet girl? As many of you know, we're here in João Pessoa, Brazil, at Reggio, and we're with Miss Lady. She is eating her dinner. She's in her transport crate. She has lots of fresh grass. I think she's hoping for some more fruit, but she should be all fruited out for the day. She's had plenty, but she's doing very well. She's, I think, ready for the end of the day. There's a lot of people around, there's a lot of noise, and I think that she definitely settles once things get quiet. We saw at the end of the day today, yesterday I mean, and I'm anticipating it here again today. She's starting to sway a little bit more, just a little bit more anxious than she has been. Hi, Curious Nose. I'm going to go around the other side and we'll talk a little bit more, but she's been doing well. There's, like I said, a lot of people around, a lot of people here to say goodbye. A lot of people say goodbye, a lot of people curious about what's going on, wanting to learn more. So it's been an interesting, an eventful day, but things are going well. Things are going very well. She is still hanging out in her transport crate. She has been there almost all day. We did have her follow up earlier today, about 1:30. She went up to the top. She had a foot soak, just kind of practice to see how she would do. Tomorrow we have some, we're going to do an herbal foot soak with her tomorrow morning. And then I'm sure she's just going to go right back in her container and probably stay there all day again. Everyone here is quite amused that she's just staying there. Is that quite interesting, that she's just hanging out in her transport crate and just ready to go. So it's quite fun, it's quite interesting, and again, everybody is super supportive, very intrigued. They all thought she would like it, they all thought she would enter right away, but nobody thought she would just stay there, which is good and bad. She does need to move around. But I'm thinking that once we all leave for the evening, which will be soon, the zoo security starts at 5 o'clock, and they really move everybody out right at that time, so we can't stay here much later than that. But we'll go ahead and pack up as well, head out. And last night we got a couple of updates, or this morning we got a couple of updates from the security guards last night that said that she was in there for quite a while, and then she went out, and one of them said first thing this morning, just after 6 o'clock, she was back in the crate. So she seems to be quite cozy, quite comfortable. Everybody's doing okay. Our trusty crew has returned. They just cut a hole into one of the panels for the security camera. So I can't put the security camera into the crate like we did last time, because Rambo was great. She left everything alone, but I just had the mounting bracket in there yesterday and she completely ripped that off. So that answered that question. Can we put the camera in there? The answer is simply no. She's much too much. I obviously need sleep. She's too much, a little bit too curious, a little bit of a spunky little thing. So I think anything we have in there, she'll definitely tear apart. Kind of cute, kind of entertaining. We like the little attitude. Love the little attitude, actually. A little cheekiness goes a long way with us. But yeah, she's going well. I appreciate you all watching again. I appreciate everyone's doing everything that everyone is doing around here. Again, everybody's just been exceptional. This morning it was quite interesting. We started talking to one of the trainers and one of the zoo technicians about the herbal foot soaks, and they said, we got it, we know the places, let's find out what they have. And sure enough, within 2 hours they say we procured the herbs that you need, and they're ready to go. So I have one person making that, one person offered to make the tea that we'll use, the herbal foot soak tea, and then we'll have that ready for tomorrow morning. They've already talked about how we can warm up the water and where we can, where it all can be done. Everyone's just really, whatever's needed, everyone's jumping right into it. So it's been really nice. It's been a nice welcoming, a nice team to work with. We really appreciate it. So more of our crew, one more of our crew arrived earlier today. Rafael, he's one of our lawyers. Another Claire arrives later on tonight, and then the rest of the crew will arrive tomorrow. We'll have Sunday to finish the last bit of organization, and then be hopefully ready to hit the road as long as all continues to go in the right condition, in the right path. It's also been really interesting when we were unloading the crates. People were concerned about the time that it takes to put the straps on, to put the cables on top of the crate to lift it, and they said, can't we please just get the cables here sooner, and we can put them on the night before, or put them on early in the morning. So without us even asking, everybody's just coordinating, all the crew here, all the team from the zoo, the mayor's office, the lawyers, everyone's saying, hey, what can we do to make this better? What can we do to make it more effective and more peaceful for Lady, and more effective so you guys can get on the road as early as possible. So again, it's wonderful. It's just really appreciated. We are grateful for everybody. Karen Lee White says she looks happy from behind. She is happy from everywhere. Again, she's a little more anxious right now. She's swaying a little bit more. She does stereotype a lot. She has last time we were here, she was stereotyping quite a bit. When we arrived the first day, she was actually up in the corner over there stereotyping for quite some time. Kind of difficult to break her out of it sometimes. She's pretty stuck in that stereotypical action. But this will go away. It's already diminished. I overheard a conversation today of some people talking, how much she's not doing it today. So she's still in that repetitive, habitual pattern, but it's definitely diminished already with the curiosity of the crate. We'll go around again and do a quick little look, and then I'm gonna head on out, and we're gonna pack things up. But I wanted to share this with you guys one more time, let you guys see what's going on. Go past some of the crew here. And there's Daniel.
Para Santuário demorou aí quase 4 dias, né? E a gente vai rodar mais 600 quilômetros.
Perfeito, Danny.
Tudo bom, Scott? O Scott está atrás de mim.
Daniel is doing Facebook for Santuário de Elefantes Brazil. He is sharing with the Portuguese speakers a little bit more is going on. I know we have some of you here, but you can also listen in on Elephant Sanctuary Brazil's Facebook page as well. So what is she doing with her mouth opening it a lot? A lot of times it's chewing, sometimes it's just smelling. We see her trunk is really active. She's checking things out, lifting up her trunk, smelling around. That's probably what it was yesterday, was she was just smelling. Oops. Sorry, I got out of focus again. Yeah, she has a lot of freckles. She has a lot of hair. A little peeky there. And this is just chewing. This is her opening her mouth, chewing. Her teeth look pretty good. Her skin looks good. Her cute little fuzzy looks good. Ears look good. She does have a little abscess on this cheek from sleeping, laying down a lot on the left-hand side. She does lay down on both sides. We saw that this morning. Again, another good thing to do. Lady, I'm going to go behind you again. Earlier today, we did close this gate about 3/4 of the way. This gate here, let me zoom back out. This gate here will close behind her. Lady, I'm coming behind you again. Right behind you, sweet girl. Whoops. If you hear me scream, it's because I touched the electric fence. I did so earlier. Doesn't feel very good. But without the electric fence, she destroys her fence. So we have to have the electric fence on. There's a cute girl. There's a nice long tail. Pretty skin, lots of fur, lots of fuzz. I'm gonna go down a little bit more. You can see some of the overgrown pad on the back of her feet. You know, so a lot of times what we'll do when I'm not on Facebook Live, when I'm not doing this, we'll just kind of move around a little bit more, check things out, stand in different positions, make different noises, do a lot of different things. You can see her. This foot has a little bit of swelling too. Both back feet, they're not catastrophic like the front. That overgrown pad on the inside of that back left foot, that'll have to be trimmed out. There's some lesions on the bottoms of their feet, on all feet. And her front feet are definitely worse, and you can see even her legs are fuzzy. She's so cute. She's so fuzzy. Good job, lady. Good job, my girl. Good appetite. Very, very, very good appetite. She's good. She's a good girl. Doing quite well. Again, lots of people around, lots of talking, lots of new things, and she's continuing to do exceptionally well. Hi, sweet girl. We're gonna look over here, okay? Hi, my dear. Hi, my dear. You're doing really well. I know. Ready for all of us to leave for the day, huh? Okay. Well, move around a little bit more. Yeah, so she's doing well. Let's see. Do I think the condition of her feet are causing her pain? Yeah, with certainty. There's going to be a substantial amount of pain. I mean, you imagine just what happens when you have a sliver on your toe or an ingrown toenail, or you stub your toe. You know the pain that happens with that swelling and the inflammation. Imagine that probably 5,000-fold. But they do have a really high pain tolerance. The good news of this is they just kind of cope with it. They just kind of let it all. They just take it all in stride. But is there physical discomfort? Is there pain? With certainty. There's going to be a lot of discomfort with that. But that's part of moving her out of here to try to give her a life that's going to give her more exercise, give her more, improve her overall health, get better treatment, reduce inflammation, of course, with that reducing the pain. So with certainty, they're uncomfortable. We're going to do what we can. We're doing some essential oils. We have to use caution. We don't know her blood values yet. She hasn't had blood taken in years, so we need to make sure before we go too far in any direction, we need to get some blood taken from her, do some baseline tests to see what's happening. A lot of elephants in captivity have liver and kidney issues, so we just have to use caution. Proceed slowly. She's doing great. We just look a lot of observe them, make a lot of her decisions based on what they're exhibiting, and what she's telling us is she's in pretty good shape. She's pretty cool with everything. As I said earlier, she goes up and down the hills. When she is laying down, she does get up very quickly. So she's overall, she's in reasonable condition. Her feet are catastrophic. Her feet are definitely uncomfortable. The swelling on the feet, that's going to be a deep-rooted issue. It's going to likely be infections in the bones of her feet. It's going to be osteomyelitis. It's going to be pretty rough. It's going to be a long road to recovery. But we'll do what we can. As you guys know, we are fully devoted to keeping them comfortable and giving them the best life possible. And that starts now, trying to help her out a little bit, but it will escalate tremendously and elevate the level of care that we can give her tremendously when she gets to the sanctuary. In this particular bath, we are going to be doing a calendula, lavender, and chamomile. We have different concoctions of what you use. We're not going to be using rosemary on this one. Yeah, without a doubt, it is infection. Leona, don't know how to say her last name, Leona, I'm sorry. But without a doubt, it is from the infection. It's an infection that's deeply rooted in her feet. It is not uncommon with captive elephants. It is a catastrophic and often terminal condition. But again, we got to do what we can and try to make her life as best as possible. But yeah, the swelling does extend up quite a bit. I was actually talking to one of the caregivers earlier, and I told her I think the swelling has actually extended. It has expanded beyond where it was previously when I saw her. So without a doubt, it's not a great scenario. So we have to move her to a place where she can get better health, improve her health, improve the condition of her feet, improve her overall level of joy, give her just a higher quality of life all the way around, and that's what we're here to do. Extreme caution with these, but we do have her on a few of the essential oils. We will help her out as we can, but right now we just got to take it a little bit slow and easy. Without a doubt she's uncomfortable, but she has a really good spirit about it all. She doesn't let it get to her. It's not like, I'm going to say it's not like humans in that they just make the best out of all the situations. That doesn't mean we want to ignore her discomfort by any means, but it does mean that it's not as problematic. It's not as problematic as it would be if it was a human, in terms of the lack of pain tolerance that we have as generally as a species. They just take it all in stride. They're just amazing. They're incredible all the way around, and their pain tolerance is one of those. Somebody said, do you think she knows what's up? It's a common question that we always have. Does she know where she's going? Yeah, I think she knows that something's up. Does she know exactly what's going on? No, it's impossible to say. If she knows exactly what's going on, I have a tendency to think that they do. I think that absolutely they understand that something different is up, that everyone's here trying to give her a better life. I think they understand the intentions behind all that. So yeah, I think they do. Maybe not exactly what's going on. Somebody just said about, can you give her antibiotics? With this type of infection, it doesn't really work well because it doesn't get to the source deep enough without doing doses that are problematic and cause other secondary problems as well. So historically, oral antibiotic has not worked. People have tried injecting antibiotics into the source of the foot infections. That doesn't really work well either for the long term, and they all seem to have secondary problems that exist, or that occur because of it. So we have to use a lot of caution. Elephants are a little bit out of the normal realm of treatment, so we have to proceed differently. We have to proceed with a lot of caution. That's why we do rely a lot on essential oils, the herbal baths, and things of this nature. Yeah, it's a tricky situation. It's a very difficult situation with elephants. Somebody just asked a great question. Will the space be left empty in the zoo now? No, it won't. But one of the things the zoo is trying to do, they're trying to work on a conservation project with tapirs. They want to do a captive breeding and release program with tapirs to help do a repopulation of tapirs in various regions in the Atlantic forest. So this will be used, they'll convert it, it'll be used for a captive breeding program for tapirs and rehab and release for tapirs as well. My wonderful Aunt Louise just said, that tail, is it unusually long? Hi, Auntie. Yeah, you don't see a lot of elephants with tails that long. Tara, for those that know Tara from the sanctuary in Tennessee, her tail is very long also. There are other elephants that we worked with that do have similarly long tails. It's not completely unusual. Unfortunately, a lot of times what happens in captivity is their tails are damaged. Sometimes either injured during capture, damaged in doorways, bitten off by other elephants when they're frustrated and aggressive. A world of different options, a world of different things have occurred to their tails, which does tend to see, which is why you do tend to see many short tails in captivity. Part of it's genetics and part of it's injury. She hasn't totally been trained for foot soaks, but she does. We were able to do a foot bath today. She has a little concrete container-ish there that she can put her feet in. So we had did a dry run or a wet run just with water today, just putting her feet in there. She did great. They haven't done foot soaks a lot. They've had the capacity, but they really haven't done as much, in part because they just don't really know. So they did some topical treatments, but it's just not enough. You really just have to get to the core root of improved health, improving their overall condition, improving cardiovascular health, improving pulmonary health. All these elements help tremendously. Hold on a second. Hi Carissa. Hi Mario. Let's see. All right, thanks for the advice. We're getting lots of advice from people on different treatment options. We'll definitely look into this more and take this all in consideration. Zaretta Smith, I don't know how to say name, Zaretta, disculpa, I'm sorry. She said, have you been to the Sanctuary in Tennessee? I co-founded the Sanctuary of Tennessee, so yeah, I know the place well. So I was there for many years and just still love and adore what they do, and then the facility that exists. And of course it's a beautiful life for elephants, and elephants that we don't know all of them, but we know the vast majority of those that are there. I think only Nosy and the other 3 Africans arrived after we left, so but most of them we know intimately. Alright guys, it looks like most of our crew is packing up here. The zookeepers and stuff are going, so I appreciate you all very much. You guys are all wonderful. I know I did not get to all the comments that went through. Colby just asked if she is unusually fuzzy. Yeah, you know, you don't normally see elephants that are quite this fuzzy. She is pretty fuzzy. And her small size and abundance of hair might be from malnutrition or as a young elephant. No, it's just going to be genetics. You could blame a lot on malnutrition. You can blame a lot of the things that they go through on malnutrition and lack of proper care. But a lot of these type of issues, it's just simply genetics. For those of you who knew Ned, he came to the Sanctuary in Tennessee. He was really not well developed. Catastrophically different, with really long skinny legs, almost like he grew up in a box. From head to tail he was very, very short, very, very long legs, grew vertically and didn't really grow in any other direction. So I believe issues like that are going to be made worse or compromised further because of nutrition. But a lot of these issues are just going to be simple genetics. All right, I've got to say goodbye to some folks. Thank you all very much. You guys are amazing. Thank you. We appreciate you being here. Sorry I'm getting called away, but I appreciate you guys being here. Appreciate you being involved. Appreciate all your support. And we will check back in tomorrow. For those that you want to learn more, check out globalelephants.org. You can read through other posts on Facebook to see more about what's going on at the sanctuary in Brazil and what we're up to here in João Pessoa, Brazil, with the transfer of Lady to Elephant Sanctuary Brazil. All right, you guys take care. We'll talk soon. Ciao, ciao.